Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Ocean's Pit. I hope you guys are having a great day today. Today it is Monday, August 26th, and we're just about a couple days away before August is finished, and we're already into September. It's amazing how fast the summer, I mean, it just the blink of an eye, as they always say. Anyway, folks, this is Ocean's Pit, a little show about big things, Monday through Friday at noon. Check the website, TonyOceanMusic.com, and give us a call at 847-769-8609 to book a show. Every show is dedicated to the first responders, but mostly it's dedicated to people like you who take the time and watch the show, whether you're watching it now or anytime on all 5 social media outlets. It's Ocean's Pit. It is showtime. Let's go to work. Let's have some fun. Ooh, yeah. Thank you, Dino Manzella from Seventh Heaven, for that great intro. Hi, guys. How we doing? I hope you had an incredible weekend, and I hope you're ready for a great week going into the holidays, actually, coming up with Labor Day coming up on September 2nd, whatever it is. So a lot of good stuff. And boy, we have a lot to talk about today. It's going to be a busy week. We're going to recap, of course, our great night, our great day at Mars in Lake Geneva, Wisconsin. What a great turnout it was. And we'll get into all those details, folks. But let's get right to our sponsors. Ace Hardware. Ace is the place. Buy local, shop local. Norridge Plains, Evergreen Park, Warrenville. Guys, take advantage of the 50% off all lawn and garden decor, 40% off all decorative chimes. Get all your stuff. The patio seasons. Get your discounts now. Get them all now. Why wait till next year? Buy them now so when summer comes next year and spring comes next year, you've already got a brand new one and it's all ready and go. So Ace is the place. Don't forget to tell them to grill your Ace off and get $20 off any grill purchase. That's our friends Ace Hardware, helping neighbors before they were neighborhoods. I want to thank my friend Jackie for showing up at Mars from Ace Hardware. Anyway, folks, and let's get to some real estate needs. Well, you know what? Everybody's buying and selling homes this day. So let's go to my good friend Mary Grievous, folks, the perfect real estate professional. When you're putting your home on the market, looking for your dream home, give her a call today. She's available to assist buyers, sellers, for sale by owners, expired listings, Berkshire Hathaway, Stark Real Estate. That's our friend Mary Grievous at Grievous at starkre.com, or give Mary a call at 630-688-1725. And then, of course, if you're talking about our good friend Mary, you also have to talk about the Chicago Music Cruise 2025. It's happening in March 2022 through March 30th, 2025, the Royal Caribbean Cruise Line Oasis of the Seas. 8 days during spring break. We want you all to jump on this one. It's going to be big, folks. We're going to start off in Fort Lauderdale. We're going to go to Coco Key, Bahamas. We're going to go to Aruba. We're going to go to Curacao. And it's going to be fantastic. And the entertainment is on top, baby, right on top. Hillbilly Rock Stars, Mojo's Jukebox, Tony Ocean and the Main Event Band, Wendy Thompson with a tribute to Britney Spears, Frankie Hollywood Rodriguez, Marco Det with Yacht Rock, and let's not forget the Jersey Girls, and how about Seventh Heaven, the ringleaders themselves. So it's going to be a great time. Go. Call Mary at 630-688-1725. Tell them Tony O sent you, or go to ChicagoMusicCruise.com and put in the comments, Tony Ocean sent me. And that's how you guys go, and you'll get all the details. And you want to go enjoy some great cruising ocean on the ocean, no pun intended. We got a great day and a lot of things to talk about. It's been a busy weekend, folks, especially for us, but you probably in the summer. Hope you guys are all doing all some crazy stuff out there and having some fun. Let me just start off, if I can, with Friday night. It was great. Chicago Prime Steakhouse with Daryl Armstead. He does a great job. My professor, my good friend Daryl. And of course, dropping by a surprise visit again was my daughter Marissa and Nico it was Marissa's birthday. So it was great seeing her and my friend Nina and Debbie, all my other friends there. Thank you guys. So Gil and the crew, Mikey Cigar. So Friday was great. Let's take you right into Saturday. Dennis, great seeing my buddy Dennis in Lake Geneva. There's Kathy Eppolito. Dennis, hope you had a good birthday, buddy. Joanne, Lulo, Nina, Vince, Jerry, Jams, great job Saturday, buddy. Buddy, great seeing you. Frankie, great seeing you. And Christy, great job singing a little That's Amore, a little Dino. Albert, I hope you're doing well. Helen Tenuta. Everybody's in the house today to start off this great way. Great seeing Carol Brandolino and her daughter and her brother and her family. So it was great seeing Carol supporting us Saturday at Mars. So let me just give you a little rundown. If you've never been to Mars Resort, it's been there since the 40s. It used to have hotels there. That's why it was called a resort. I've been performing at Mars for about 20 years, maybe even, I think, since 98, 99. So I've been there a long time. And there was another guy named Don who used to own it. It didn't have that sidebar. It just had chairs back then, and it didn't have that back canopy with another 100 people back there. And where we were performing by the sand there, by the water, that wasn't there. It was there, but we weren't performing there. We were all in that little tiki hut. And it was fantastic. It just grew and grew and grew and grew every year, and all the boats would come up. I was talking to Scott, about over 400 people in total, and they didn't have a lot of boats as usual. Usually, they had tons of boats Sunday. They had to be at least 12 or 16 boats. It's the most boats I've ever seen at Mars pulling up for our show, which was great because, the other, usually what he was telling me, boats don't come up that much anymore when other talent is there because they play in the tiki and there's more like acoustic. So it's a different vibe, I guess. You know what I mean? But when we're there for that particular night, one day a year right now, but we'll look like we're going to get 2 days next year. So that would be cool. The problem people kept asking me, if you guys might not know, why was only one time a week? Now, when like I said, 20 years that I was there and Don had it, and then when Scott took it over, he did Herman Arnie, he did all the refurbishing, putting the bar outside, putting that tent, making it bigger, making it better, just enhancing it more than it came to be what it is right now. And it's huge in Lake Geneva and Lake Como. The problem that you have when you're playing in Lake Geneva and you're, at least this is what they have when I performed there. I can't say when I was performing there. I can only speak for myself and what I was told. I'm very fortunate to have a great following and great friends and people that come and love. And first of all, you love Mars, you love the place itself. And then number two, it's Lake Geneva, Wisconsin. And if you have me there, I'm loyal. My friends love going to Lake Geneva. So the three put together is just a great blend. Case closed. It's a great blend. That's why it works. And the food is great and the service is great. And it's a great time. But the problem is a lot of times, if you notice when you're driving in, the cars are parked 3-4 blocks long. A lot of people, the people in the area that live in the area are not happy with that. Seeing all these cars up and down the streets. They can't even get the tables in their place that they live right next to. They can't. It's just too much for them. And, of course, the volume. We do get a little crazy sometimes. We have actually been very good with our volumes lately. So especially out there in Lake Geneva. So that's why we're down to one time a year. But looks like the volume was much better. But the people were great. So it was fantastic. Boom, boom. Great seeing you, my friend. It was just great seeing a lot of people there. Louis Pipes, of course, singing some songs of him and Dana, and of course, great seeing them. Hardcore Italians, Michael and the crew, Joey Spins and Cindy. Thank you, Frank from Postatanos and his lovely lady coming on out. Just great seeing all these great people and friends. John Boom Boom, Dominic and Franny. I mean, the list goes on and on of people. Dolly McCarthy stopped by. It was great, and we had my whole family there, which was great. So I had Laura, of course. I had my sister, Natalie. I had our two daughters. My one daughter, Marissa. We had our two sons, Joey and Tony. And it was Joey's birthday. And it's Marissa and Nina's birthday. Nina couldn't come because she had the baby. and Gianna was doing something else in the city. So it was just great seeing the family there. And then we had Ange there, which is Tony's fiance. Yeah. And then we had Jess there, which is Joey's girlfriend. And so it was great seeing the whole family there, but just everybody stopping by and people I've not seen in a long time. So thank you so much for coming out to Mars. And then the band, of course, Double T, Tony Toto. Now, guys, it's 4 hours. Usually we do not play 4 hours anywhere. It's long when there's sun when you're out there banging along. And Tony Toto doing a great job. Jerry Jams keeping it all moving. Mikey D helping us out on keys. So it was a great turnout. It was a lot of fun. And again, Frankie Setta came up and sang a song. Louis Pipes came up and sang a song. So it was great seeing all of you. Chris Picara is in the house. Erica, great seeing you. Robert the General, great seeing you. But over 400 people, and that's not including the boats. That's the crowd we had at Mars on Saturday in Lake Geneva. It was fantastic. So again, thank you, Scott. Thank you, Arnie, if you guys are listening, or and all the staff there. Chris Piccaro. Speaking of my buddy Chris, that we had a busy week this week as well, folks. Wednesday, we start at Rosario's in Roselle. That's an outside show. Me and Double T, Tony Toto. Thursday will be at Pasta Mia in Bartlett, outside patio, me and Jerry Jams. Friday will be at the Taste of Melrose Park and the food stage where we're at, which is the best location for me, what I like, because the reason why they put us there, it kind of blends with, it's right next to the bathrooms, you're right next to the food, and you're right next to the booze. I mean, you're right there, which is fantastic, and that's what the stage we're at, the Proge stage. So it's going to start off 7 to 8:15 with Ocean's Rat Pack. That's Bill Saratella and Elliot Winbush and yours truly. And then we're going to take like a 15, 20-minute break, and then Tony Ocean and Tony Toto, of course, Jerry Jams again, and Mikey D will be kicking off the Tony Ocean Band. So it's going to be a lot of fun. It's cooler in there too, Jerry. You're right. It's got a nice little cooler than it would be if you're on that main stage. And then the main stage, folks, you have to walk to get to everything, to the food and everything like that. So yeah, it's a great stage. I remember 2 years ago, we played there in the rain. So anyway, so that is Friday. Saturday, we have a wedding at the beautiful Hotel Baker. And then Sunday, another incredible festival, September Fest in Schaumburg. That's September 1st. Outside, it's a 7:30 hit, folks. Usually we play there on Saturday nights, but we had a wedding that we couldn't get out. We committed to. So we are just 7:30 with the main event band, Jerry Jams, Double T, Tony Toto, Mikey D, Regina Karma, Daryl Armenstadt. It's going to be very, very cool. So 7:30, and the local stage, that is Sunday, September 1st, right before the holiday. So anyway, Mars was fantastic, and we really do appreciate you guys all coming out and supporting it. It's an incredible place. You need to get out and check it out. And even and your views, people that couldn't be there was watching the views. I think we had over 2,500 views on Laura's post. And I just want to guys tell you something. Obviously you guys all know that I'm a pro-Trumper, and we do the Trump train. But when we got there, we were walking in, there was 2 or 3 guys, and they were handing me bags of Trump stuff. It was so, I had one over there at the stage, and then we did the Trump train, and then you seen a bunch of boats that had their Trump banners and stuff. But then you had some people that bought their own. So when we did the Trump train, it was out, and it was people it was just a barrel of fun. It's fun. All the stuff that we're doing, folks, isn't fun. And we got, 69 days, whatever it is. It's going to be all over. No matter what side wins, it's going to be all over in 69 days. So we're going to try whatever we can to make it there. Carol Minotti, I hope you're well. They love you, Lake Geneva, and you will be playing at the Summer Outdoor. Yeah, well, we were doing the summer one up until last year. They said they were changing the whatchamacallit. We were doing it every year, but thank you, Dennis. I'd love to get that mayor back there, sure. Thank you. It was not my flag, like I said. There were people that were handing me bags that were in plastic, and they had their own too, obviously. So anyway, thanks to my family and thank you for everybody coming out and supporting Mars in Lake Geneva and supporting Tony Ocean and the Main Event Band. So it was a lot of fun, and we're expecting a lot of fun at the Taste of Melrose and Septemberfest this week. So it's going to be busy, So hopefully you guys can come out and support and have some fun. Today is Kiss and Makeup Day. So if anybody's out there that you're pissed off at somebody, Kiss and Makeup Day today. That's what it's about. And let's get to some other stuff here. Interesting. Some guys have been sending me different stuff, but these oh my God facts, somebody actually thought this stuff is actually pretty cute. They're going, hey, tell a bit more about the oh my God facts. So let's try them. It's time for oh my God facts. Things you would never have to say oh my God to, believe it or not. Baby red kangaroos. Now, we all know what kangaroos are, but baby red kangaroos are smaller than cherries when they are born. Imagine what that kangaroo, right? The thing is huge. When it's born, it's smaller than a cherry. Oh my God, facts number one. You never knew that, did you, folks? How about number two? Oh my God, facts. German is the only language that requires the capitalization of all their nouns. So when you speak German, all capitalization, nouns. German language. Oh my God, I did not know that. There you go. Couple good ones, folks. These are two interesting ones that I never thought was very interesting. Here it is, folks. Think about this. Oh my God, facts number 3 for today. There are over 60,000 acres of shopping malls in the United States of America. In the United States of America, you got to ask yourself here, 60,000 acres of shopping malls in the UK, in the United States. Now, I'm wondering if it's still that big. A lot of these malls and everything closing down, but interesting, 60,000 acres are shopping malls in the United States of America. And the last but not least, oh my God, facts for today. Are you ready? When an egg floats in water, that means it's gone bad. Do not eat the egg. So when you have an egg, put it in the water, and if it's floating, that is not good. It's a bad egg. Throw it away. Facts. That's right, folks. And we're also going to be bringing back That Suspicious. You guys love the That Suspicious thing. We'll be doing that too. But that's your oh my God facts for today, folks, here on Ocean's Pit on the 26th of August. And it's time for a couple more sponsors. How about Jack Vena Landscaping, folks? Jack Vena Landscaping. Great seeing my cousin Tommy and brother Sonny there. That's right, Jack Vena Landscaping. They offer monthly maintenance programs, bush trimming, spring and fall cleanup, bed mulching, fertilizing, weed control. They offer plant design, deserve installation, servicing the North Shore for over 44 years. Call our good buddy cousin Tommy at 847-432-5266. And let's not forget our good buddy from Gorelli Pavement Services. Family owned and operated. They include Illinois, Wisconsin, and Indiana, specializing in parking lots. They do both asphalt, concrete work, repairs, replacements, seal coating, crack filling, lot painting. They're a 5-star rating. And to get any information, give a knowledgeable representative a call at 815-271-5835 or go to GorelliPavementServices.com and tell them Tony O sent you here on Ocean's Pit. Absolutely. That's what I mean. All these companies that sponsor the show are very, very important, folks, because you're buying local and you're shopping local and you're supporting mom and pop establishments because that's what it's about. A lot of fun. Tomorrow is Twisted Tuesday with Carol Brandolino. Thursday, my lovely wife, Laura Ocean, will be back with us. And we got some bunch of different guests coming up. Interesting. As the state of 222, the United States had 150 shopping malls down. Okay. Some say that the number could drop to 150 next decade. Right, Jerry, because we know that a lot of places now, if you look at like the old malls that we all grew up with, are gone. And then now you go to these, you see these parking, these shopping centers, and a lot of the buildings are all empty. There's nothing there anymore. And a lot of people are going online, buying their stuff. They don't need to go get out of the car, find parking, and go into stores, which I still love to do. And that's even with shopping, with grocery shopping. I still like to go out to do that. But a lot of people are just getting more and more with that. Ronnie B, what's up, buddy? Ryan, what's up? Ellie Weinhardt is in the house. Danny Nozak from Boston. And speaking about my buddy Danny, folks, and you know how much we love dogs, it's Monday, September 30th. It's going to be a good time at Ruby Whiskers Dog fundraiser. It's going to be great. Frankie Setta, Louis Pipes, Daryl Armenstad doing the sound and everything. So that'll be cool. Yours truly as the MC. And all the money goes to Ruby Whiskers Dog Thing. So it's going to be very cool. Very good. Dennis, I hope you guys are enjoying yourself over there. Yes, she is. When she's on, she is great. Absolutely. Hate shopping in line. Would rather go to store as well. Right, Carol? A little different there. All right. Let's get to some other interesting stuff today. This guy from San Diego, and I think we might have mentioned this once before. This guy from San Diego was paying $2,500 for a flat. And he was living a month, $2,500 a month for a flat that he was paying for in San Diego, California, $2,500 a month. What's he doing now? When I first heard the article, I thought it was kind of interesting. For him to do this, now he rents a flat on a cruise line and pays $2,000 a month instead of $25,000, but he can travel all over the world. Do you imagine if you had the ability to do that? If you were single, or maybe you and your wife, or both of you guys can work from home. That means you can work in your office, but you can work in your room on the ship, and you're going from port to port, but you're paying $2,000 a month. So no more parking, no more car bullshit. I mean, you don't have to worry about it. You're right. So this guy was paying $2,500 in San Diego. Got on this cruise. Now this is different cruise lines. I'm sure they have different prices, but think about it: $2,000 a month if you're paying in a certain city, whatever. But if you can do it and you have the availability to actually live on a cruise ship, tell me how much that. I mean, come on, you're a different spot, a different port every morning or every other day. It's got to be the coolest thing. If you're available to do that, if you can do that, if you're single, whatever it is. But that is pretty cool. And he's saving himself $500. Think about that. So there you go. Interesting stuff as it is. More crazy stories, send it in. Finnegan, meet Finnegan. Who's Finnegan? Well, folks, Finnegan is the biggest boar ever. He broke the record. The biggest boar before was 85 pounds. Finnegan comes in at 1,420 pounds, world record. So congratulations to Finnegan the boar. 1,420 pounds. Boy, a lot of interesting information here on Ocean Spit, Monday through Friday at noon. Also, folks, for all the Yankees, Babe Ruth. His shirt, his jersey. Now, you know, if you collect sports memorabilia, if you collect Hollywood memorabilia, TV show, movie posters, anything like that, you're right. But sports memorabilia, if you got the right stuff, it could be worth a lot of money. For instance, the Babe Ruth jersey that he wore when he hit that home run and he called it out to the kid in 1932 World Series. That jersey that he had on from that game-worn jersey, Babe Ruth, World Series 1932 when he hit that home run, sold for $24 million. $24 million on that silent auction at the auction house. So you got to look at some of this stuff. Some you find some stuff you might not think it's worth it. I would look through some stuff, your old comic books, your old baseball cards, your old stuff. Some of that stuff you could be sitting on a gold mine and don't even realize it. Oh, Pina, how are you doing? That's a lot of ham. Oh, that's right. That's a lot of ham, too. So, again, if you guys missed Mars and Lake Geneva, I don't know where you were at because that was the place to be with 400 people. That was the place to be Saturday, Mars and Lake Geneva. So, it was definitely a lot of fun. We were just talking about, we talk about different. My show, as you guys all know, I like all retro stuff, old shows. Yeah, you go, Carol. Your son sells that stuff. I bought a couple things from him. You'll love that. Ronnie B. Elvis will also be singing with us at Ruby Whiskers with his tribute to Elvis on the 30th as well. My good pal, Ronnie B. We were talking about like I said, I bring up like even my birthdays, the birthdays that I mentioned, a lot of them are people that used to be on old TV shows and stuff. Besides the Bane stars, we give birthdays to everybody, right? I don't know if you guys ever remember Carol Shelley. She died. And who is she? She was one of the Pigeon Sisters. And where's the Pigeon Sisters? On The Odd Couple with Felix and Oscar, Jack Klugman and Tony Randall, the two ladies, the British girls, the twins downstairs was the Pigeon Twins, remember? Well, Carol Shelley has died. One of the Pigeon Sisters have died. Like I said, some of the stuff you might find interesting. Some might say, what the hell are you talking about, Tony? But that's what it's about. It's good. All right. 20 of the most dangerous things to do. Now, this is interesting. When you think the most dangerous thing to do, what do you think? Swimming with sharks, whales, crocodiles, mountain climbing. Yeah. I got that. But this stuff is not even on this list of the top 20. And I made it top 21. I added one. All right. So let's start with the number one. The most dangerous thing to do. 20 of the top 20. I came up with the next one. I added that, and we'll tell you that at the end. Driving could be one of the most dangerous things to do. Driving. Sometimes you could be the best driver in the world, but the person next to you, you got to watch out. You never know. Cooking could be the oil splashes, catching a fire. This is stuff that you probably know it's dangerous to someone, but you never think about being dangerous. But it is cooking. How about using electrical appliances? I'm the worst at that. You plug in something wrong or turn something on, a knife cuts your arms or whatever. Crazy as it is. Yeah, that's number 3. Bathing in a tub. You can drown. Just like that. Slip on some soap, down, knock yourself out, you're dead. Climb ladders and roofs. Comes in at number 5. Makes sense. We always knew that. Power tools. That's almost the same as electric appliances. So power tools come in at number 6. Chemicals come in at number 7. No shit. You never know what you're mixing, what you're using for cleaning products. Yeah. Sports. Sports is dangerous, right? Football, we know that. Hockey, whatever it is. Mountain climbing, sports. That comes in at number 8. Smoking comes in at number 9. You would think that smoking that kills people when you smoke, it should be like number 1 and 2. No, it came in at number 9 out of 20, smoking. And then came right underneath smoking, folks, is drinking alcohol every day. Now, and number 10, drinking alcohol every day. Now, here's what I'm trying to think. Now, I don't know, my father and my mother still, I don't know if my mother still does, but I think she does. But my dad, they used to do it all the time. They have a glass of wine every night. They had one. Every night they had a glass of wine. If you think about it, a lot of people, I don't know, I can only speak for the Italian heritage, but I'm sure there's a lot of other nationalities out there. When they ate their food, they drink wine. So you're having a glass of wine with your food every night. In my family, it was normal. In a lot of families that I know, it's normal. So you are actually drinking alcohol every day, even though you're not drinking a lot of alcohol every day. So everything in moderation. Coming in at number 11, folks, is ignoring mental health. Very, very dangerous, ignoring mental health. Number 12, sun products, staying out in the sun. Certain things, your skin can get allergic to it. I mean, this is stuff really important. Number 13 comes in at eating junk food. No shit. Eating too much junk food. This one was really interesting to know, and it makes sense now that you think about it. Number 14, sitting too much. Sitting on your ass too much. There's people that do it. There's people that don't go out. The people just there isn't. So sitting too much comes in at number 14. Multitasking comes in at 15. Is dangerous to do if you're not good at it. How about medication you take the wrong way? Duh. Supposed to take 2, they don't take 4. Take one with food, without food. So number 16. Crossing the street comes in at 17. Most dangerous thing to do. Number 18, forget to lock your doors. Don't you think forget to lock the doors should be like number 1 or 2? No. It came in at number 18 out of 20. Forget to lock your doors. Number 19, play with fire. Shouldn't play with fire be with the top 5? No. Hey, it made it all the way down to 19, folks. Play with fire. Travel aboard. Too much traveling could be dangerous. You can catch a disease. You can, who knows? Ship can go down. The plane can go down, right? And that was number 20. Number 21 that I put in myself, the most dangerous thing you could do is vote for Harrison Waltz. Came in at 21. There you go. So there's your top 21 things not to do. Now, to round off the weekend yesterday, of course, we talked about Prime on Friday. Mars was fantastic on Saturday, but Sunday was a great event at our home. Usually, what's the chance that I got a Sunday off? Now, I was scheduled to work at the Speakeasy, but something was, we have miscommunication there between me and Mr. Onesti. So I had Sunday off. This was yesterday. And that's my wife said they were going to have a party for our daughters and Joey anyway, our son Joey anyway. Whether I was there or not, I'd be there for a little bit, then I'd have to go. But we actually spent the whole day, and we sat outside, and we ordered pizza, we ordered food, wings, we had cake. We had the chips and all that, appetizer stuff, and we had cocktails, and we were in the pool, and we were kicking back. And then it was nice not only to see the kids there, but Callan, of course, was there too. Eric came in late. Nina's husband came a little later because he was working. But it was great seeing the whole family there. And then we actually had Nico's mom and dad come in, which Nico, of course, is Marissa's boyfriend. Fiance. So they stopped by, and then we got to meet Jess's mom and dad and her sister and her brother, I think. Or her brother. I wasn't quite sure, but mom and dad, and they all came over, so we got to see them for the first time. And of course, Tony and Denise Deanna they're basically family with us. So we were all there. My sister was out of town, and my mom, when she's by herself, it's hard for her to come out. But it was a lot of fun, and we just relaxed on the pool all day, and we had cocktails and we had drinks, and happy birthday to our kids. It was a really good thing. Natalie and my wife put it all together, getting it all ready and making sure everything was clean and everything. So they did an incredible job. Kudos to them. Our daughter Gianna was there too as well. So it was great seeing Tony and Joey and everybody. And Ange was there, Tony's girlfriend, fiance. They're getting married in January. So, and the dogs were all in the backyards. Bella, Mia, Zoe, everybody was behaving well. So it was just a lot of fun. And the weather was perfect. The water was perfect. So it was a beautiful Sunday and ended up being a great weekend for everybody, folks. So it worked out nice. Let's talk about another sponsor, folks. How about Armando Supermarkets? Buy local, shop local. 925 Liberty Street in Elgin, Illinois. Let's not forget Mike and Gigi from Crash Champions Collision Auto Repair. For all your collision auto repair needs, go to crashchampions.com and take care of that stuff that you need taken care of, folks. Other dates we got coming up. We already talked about Ruby Whiskers on the 30th. We're going to be at the Hard Rock Casino on the 21st of September. It's a Saturday at the casino, but we'll be playing in the Hard Rock Cafe part with the main event band. That's a 7:30 hit in Gary, Indiana. That's going to be a lot of fun. Being at the Hard Rock Casino, but playing at the Hard Rock Cafe with them on the main stage there. That's going to be a lot of fun on September 21st. What else we got here? On the 5th, we'll be at Zaza's in Lake Barrington. And the 7th, folks, we're going to Grantville Grafton, Illinois, right near the Mississippi, near St. Louis. We'll be performing a gig out there on the 7th. And then we're going to stay a couple extra days and go a little camping. Yeah, just camping and just relaxing. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Looking forward to that. Let's get to some headlines here, Jill. Yep, I'm going with my beasties from Arizona. All right, Jill, we look forward to seeing you. When are you at the Speakeasy again on Sunday? I will have to, I don't know off the top of my head, but I know it's in September. I think it's at the end of the month, 22nd maybe, Carol. But it will be at the end of the month. But it will be in September. All right, let's get to some headlines. Interesting stuff. Study says fighting with your sibling can increase social skills and development. Well, let's see. I only have one sibling. I have a sister named Tanya. She's about 10, 15 years younger than I am. We don't see each other often. But we try to talk to as much as we can. We try to get together. We do the Renaissance thing fair every year. Tanya was on the show. You've probably seen her. She sings at some of my shows. Sometimes she'll come up and sing a few songs. We do have two completely different ways of thinking in life. So there is not bickering. There's bickering a lot between me and my sister. And then it's just me, my sister, and my mom on my family here. Yeah, and then, of course, I have Laura's her whole family. But it increased social skills and development. I don't know. Social skills. Me and my sister talk anyway. So it might, I don't know. I'll have to ask someone else. I'll have to talk to Carol tomorrow, see what she thinks. And then I'll mention this again to my wife on Thursday and see what her input is. Or I don't know if you guys can figure that one out. I don't know. But interesting. Some of these things that come up. Not to brag, ladies and gentlemen. Not to brag, but I've been the same gender since birth. That's right. December 28th, 1962. I'm the same gender since then. So not to brag. I'm very proud of that. All right. That's just me speaking. All right. Little joke there, folks. All right. Now this is the time in the show where we hit a couple times little spots on political stuff. Now we know that 65 days or 68 days till election, whether you're voting Democrat or voting Republican, it's going to be a little crazy out there. But get this. You see, that's what I mean with the power of social media. How they can take something they want you to vote for and they want you to believe in, and they will shove it in your face. But the minute that something goes against their agenda, they will do anything to stop it. They will do, like, for instance, there's two things, but for instance, the new Ronald Reagan movie comes out August 30th, okay? And it's Dennis Quaid playing Ronald Reagan. It's a movie. It's going to be at the theaters, right? Interesting. Certain social medias, Facebook especially, and I haven't seen it anywhere else on any social media, they stop the advertising of the movie. Usually in movie they show promotions of the movie before it comes, coming soon. And they show snippets of the movie. Well, they stopped this completely with the Ronald Reagan movie, thinking that it might sway the voters. So so they stopped it completely. Prime example. Thank you, Boyd. I hope you're doing well, buddy. Here's another thing that pisses me off. CNN cut away from Robert F. Kennedy Jr.'s speech as he was explaining live on television how the DNC rigged the primary, replaced their candidate with one who didn't receive a single vote, and how the media covered up for censorship. So when he started to talk about that, CNN cut him off, went to a commercial. See what I mean? Just the low ball things. It's crazy. And speaking of Danny Raimondi, a good friend of ours from the Main Event Band, of course, he's a saxophone player. Let's congratulate the National Scholarship here for the J6 Awards Gala. And speaker, of course, will be former President Donald Trump. But also speaking is Anthony Raimondi. And Anthony is the son of Danny Raimondi, who is the saxophone player not only in the Tony Ocean and the Main Event Band, but also with Fifth Element. So congratulations to Anthony Raimondi, who will be speaking that night for the Trump National Golf Club Bedminster. Very, very cool. Congratulations to Anthony Ramundi on that one. Okay, now for you musicians out there, this makes a lot of sense. When you were growing up as a kid, the artist would come out with an album or the 45 first, and then you would buy the album, right? And you ran to the store and you bought that album, or you bought the CD, or you bought the 8-track, or you bought the cassette. And then years later, of course, CD, everything was gone. Now everything is on Spotify and blah, 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 blah. But this is interesting, folks. Did you know that one CD or one vinyl, so that means one CD or one vinyl, 133 record album, earns more income for an artist than 200 hours of streaming? One CD. So if the CD costs $20 or $18, or the albums cost $20, whatever it is, I don't know. I haven't bought vinyl in a while. I haven't bought a CD in a while either. But if you think about it, the artist makes more money from the sales of a CD or an album of vinyl than they do for 200 hours of streaming. One $20 is $25 album or CD sale earns more about the same as royalties paid on a $5,000 track streams. So please buy our CDs, buy our vinyl if we have some. I don't have vinyl, but I have CDs. Buy them because that helps the money back to the artist. Streaming doesn't do shit. Believe it or not, people would think so. It'd be different, but it's true. True, very much so. Best movies of all time, top 6 that came in here, according to Entertainment Weekly. I've seen every one of these movies. I've seen them all, actually. Number 6 came in as Citizen Kane, which came out in 1941. Number 5, Casablanca, comes in at 1942. Raging Bull came in at 1980. Schindler's List came in at 1993. Shawshank Redemption, 1994. There hasn't been of that movie, a great movie like that in a very long, long time. And of course, The Godfather comes in at 1972. Top 6 best movies of all time. Interesting stuff. Here's some more facts for the knowledge for you, some people, that we throw some facts out to you, whether you like it or not. Important stuff, maybe not, but it's definitely interesting stuff. Listen to this. Follow to increase your knowledge. Did you know, ladies and gentlemen, there's a town in Poland where all 6,000 residents live on the same street? What did you know? What do you think? Fechtohunt is the name of the town, and it's in Poland, where all 6,000 residents live on the same street. See, this is all information. Luke Bryan's tour truck struck under a bridge heading to the Chicago show. Luke Bryan, big country star. An equipment semi-truck from the country star Luke Bryan's tour got stuck under a bridge in downtown Chicago near Wrigley Field this weekend. First, I thought he was going to Long Grove. You know, all those trucks getting stuck in Long Grove. This is in Wrigley Field. So you got to be careful. Keep the original artist alive, or else will availability. There you go, Boyd. Fantastic. No, Ellie, Wizard of Art was not in the top 5, the top 6. Now, it might have been on the top 10, but not according to this list. But, here's another thing that I think about this that makes a lot of sense. Homeowners are blurring their homes on Google Maps to deter burglars. Okay. You can Google someone's address. You can go in. Sometimes they'll show you where everything is in that house, if you notice that, where the garage is or where the fence is, blah, 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 blah. You got to look at some of that stuff. Even though sometimes these real estate things, they put out the home and they're showing different stuff, so burglars can get into this stuff and find out where the back is, wherever and pinpoint the house inside it. I don't know if it's such a great idea, because a lot of people don't even go to homes anymore. They rather look at everything online, what the house looks like, instead of setting an appointment, actually walk through the house and do the walkthroughs, with the real estate agents. So this is very dangerous when Google your address one day, homeowners, and see what happens. What's up there and what you find. You're interested. If you don't, you never think about it unless you do it. So it makes a little sense. 7 home runs in 8 games is unreal. Aaron Judd just hit his 50th home run. Aaron Judd, of course, with the New York Yankees. 7 home runs in 8 games. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Interesting. Speaking of sports, we just talked about Aaron Judd. Football season is what, a week and a half away? And last year, a lot of people were complaining and bitching and moaning about Taylor Swift. Every time you seen a Kansas City Chiefs game, you seen Taylor Swift bland every 2 minutes. It was the game and then back to Taylor. It was the game, back to Taylor. Okay, nobody wants to see that shit. But I have to admit, according to here, this is Real Fine News, Fox Sports. Breaking news, Kansas City Chiefs CEO Clark Hunt has officially banned pop superstar Taylor Swift from attending any more future Kansas City Chief games. Now, technically, and I didn't even think about it at the time, but we were talking in the kitchen yesterday, and my daughter Gianna is a big Taylor Swift fan. You really can't blame Taylor Swift. We're taking this the wrong way here. To me, don't care either way. You know, I'm not a Swift or anything, but it's the press it's the cameras of the press reporters that are there that are showing the picture of her in her skybox or whatever, right? Why not? Don't tell anybody that she's actually there. You know, just tell the news reporters, tell the news cameras to stop showing her picture. If she would it goes there to support her husband or boyfriend, whatever. I don't know if it's her husband. I don't know if they're married or not. But, right, then we won't see her for the people that don't want to see her. And then people won't care because they won't see her. So stop. You can't blame her for going there to support her husband. Like we couldn't blame if it was our wife, or we can't stop if it was my wife coming to see me, or parents coming to see their kids at the games. This is important. It's not her fault. Okay, it's the cameras. So call ABC and NBC and have all these meetings and say, hey, ESPN, blah, blah, blah. Do not do not point your camera up at Taylor Swift. Then you won't see her. If you want to show her once, maybe during, halftime, fine. But every time there's a play, touchdown, after, so that sounds right. Kathy Delaney, how you doing, my friend? Dennis, hello from Robert. Oh, yeah, Robert General, how you doing, sir? So it's not her fault. She's getting a lot of slack. And you know me, I don't usually defend her, but at this point, it's not her fault. She's there to support her guy, and cameras are all over her. It's not her fault. It's not. It's that simple. Not her fault. What the media won't tell you, ladies and gentlemen, Stormy Daniels owes $300,000 plus interest to former President Donald Trump for making false claims against him. Never heard that stuff. See what I mean? They only let you hear what you want to hear. What they want you to hear is all, and this is stuff you can Google and find out yourself. Let's see. How about a Good Samaritan story? I love these great Good Samaritan stories. All right, New York, let's see. Dr. Brian Rambaran, urologist based in Buffalo, New York, rescues dogs from kill shelters throughout the country by flying his plane to pick up these animals. It's now gone viral video. Rambaran can be seen landing his plane on rainy days, bringing out canines and handing them to the volunteers from the local animal shelters. Congratulations. Takes his own time with his own plane and goes to these places to get these dogs and bring them to some people that love them and want to have dogs. That is a good Samaritan and a good story. All right, folks, you're watching Ocean's Pit. Top cities people are moving into from 2024. A lot of people are leaving where they're living, and moving to these places. Top 4 places. Number 4 is Dallas, Texas. Number 3, Charlotte, North Carolina. Number 2, Phoenix, Arizona, if you don't burn to death. And number 2, Austin, Texas. 4 of the most famous states that people are moving to. Very, very interesting. Now, we're going to skip this topic completely because this guy sent this in, Donnie Eugene sent this in and says, how to lose a woman. And then the couple things that came up was care about her, show loyalty, show emotions, be a nice guy. But to so many people I have talked to, and men mostly that I know that are single and looking for women, uh, it's almost like and I'm going to talk more about this with Carol and my wife Laura when it comes to a woman situation. There's a whole bunch of stuff we're going to talk about, but it always seems that the woman likes the bad guy, a little bit of the bad guy, the little too good guy, not boring, but too good guy. Maybe not out that social or whatever, or maybe not that talkative or whatever the hell it is, right? And the great guys, but it always seems like the woman goes for the bad guy, the guy that might be a little bit more hard, or a little bit more this or that. It's something that's been happening for years and years and years. He's such a good guy, but he's a little too. So which one is it? So we're going to ask Carol tomorrow, and we're going to ask my wife Laura, and we'll ask you ladies too. We'll save that one. All right. Here again, we're talking about stuff that's fair and unfair. According to Michelle at fkh.com, just in, Lara Trump stated that 700 trained Republican, first day were hired 150,000 poll watchers for the poll election coming up this year, which was less than 60 something days away, right? But they hired 150,000, supposedly. That was the number that they threw out there. Lara Trump stated that 700 trained Republican poll watchers who applied in Detroit, out of that 700, ladies and gentlemen, only 50 were accepted. Only 50 out of 700. Guess how many the Democrats were accepted? 2,300. This is fact. You can't make this shit up. 700 trained Republican poll watchers, but they only accepted 50. But the Democrats on that side, how many were accepted? 2,300. Now you tell me what's fair there, ladies and gentlemen. You tell me who's trying to buy the election there. And here's a great one. Remember, I don't know in time in life if you ever paid for a prostitute, men out there. I never had to, but that's just me. I never would anyway. But there is a job like that has been business for centuries, right? But here, remember, any prostitute will tell you whatever you want to hear as long as you pay her. There you go. See? There it is. Something you might want to listen to. And here's something else that gets me crazy, ladies and gentlemen. President-elect Kamala Harris was speaking. And last night, or 2 days ago, according this was 1 day ago when she was speaking. I guess when they were asking her certain questions about what she's going to do for the country, if she becomes president of the United States, she didn't mention inflation. She didn't mention the border. She didn't mention anything. But the only thing she mentioned 21 times is former President Donald Trump. 21 times never talked about what she was going to do. Just bash, 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 bash. Oh, folks, we're in for a party, that's for sure. All right, this is interesting. According to Society, luxury. What is your definition of luxury? Cars, expensive clothes, a lavish lifestyle? Could be to a lot of people. But the real luxuries in life are this: slow mornings, freedom to choose, a good night's sleep, peace of mind, calm and boring days, being present, people who love you or people you love. These are not things to be acquired, but rather the results of purposeful and fulfilling lives. Think about it. Very small things to have just a peaceful night. Peace of mind. Interesting stuff, isn't it, ladies and gentlemen? You learn a lot. Green bananas. Why should you eat green? But this is the food part of the show. Why should you eat greener bananas? Excuse me. Greener bananas contain lots of resident starch that can control blood sugar level, insulin resistance, feels good bacteria in the gut, aids to the weight loss by slowing down digestion to keep you full longer. That's the difference between a yellow banana and a greener banana. Interesting stuff. And another thing that's interesting is the guy that invented cotton candy. You hear this story? The cotton candy, one of the most sugar-filled treats ever, was invented by a dentist. Cotton candy, one of the most sugar-laden treats by any fare, carries a surprising history. It was invented by a dentist. 1897, William Morrison, a dentist, teamed up with another doctor, Dr. C. Warden, to create what they called an electric candy machine, cotton candy makers. Their invention first gained public attention at the World's Fair in 1904. So cotton candy was invented by a dentist. Sure, eat this. Your tooth got to go bad. You got to go back and go see the dentist. Makes sense. We'll save the cannibals there. We'll save that. Here's something very interesting. Halloween. Now, whether you love Halloween or not, it's coming up, right? October 31st, Halloween, candy, masks, boo, scary stuff, haunted houses, trick-or-treating, all that good stuff. And Friday the 13th, goes with Halloween and bad stuff and everything. Now, this year, we're flying out October 31st. October 31st, we're flying out to Louisiana Downs and doing our show November 1st and 2nd in Louisiana. But this is something I just found out here for the Halloween situation. Kind of interesting. Halloween 2024 is the first time. Now, get this, how this all fits together. The numbers thing. Friday the 13th, right. Look at this. Halloween 2024 is the first time in 666 years, 666 years, that Halloween falls on Friday the 13th. So Friday the 13th, October 31st, 2024. Friday the 13th. And last time it's happened was 666, the sign of the devil. That's pretty weird stuff. Interesting. And last but not least, censorship is the child of fear and the father of ignorance and the weapon of tyrants. Very, very interesting stuff that comes down. Well, folks, it has come the end of the hour. And again, we were talking about Yankees Aaron Judge, best player in the world for the New York Yankees, 51 homers, 122 RBIs, 104 runs, .333 batting average. And he's still in the month of August. Aaron Judge, New York Yankees. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's come to the end of the hour, but it's time for another sponsor. That's our good friends from Airtight Windows. I want to thank my good buddy Louis Pipes for showing up in Dana tomorrow's this past Saturday. If you're looking for new windows and you want it done right, do it right with Airtight. For honesty and quality, dependability, do it right with Airtight. Serving the Chicagoland area for 35 years, do it right with Airtight. Give my buddy Lou a call at 708-788-5000 and tell him Tony O sent you. That's Airtight Windows and Siding. And then, of course, let's not forget Deutsch Power Center, servicing the construction and diesel industry in Chicago for the last 100 years. That's Deutsch Power Center. Call my buddy Sal at 224-276-6550. And I also want to thank my good buddy Bernie DeMeo, my publicist, who actually came to Mars on Saturday. And if you're looking for a publicist, guys out there, you own a company, musicians, artists, looking for somebody to get your name and recognition out in the paper and press, experienced, creative, and smart, it's Bernie DeMeo's. Bernie DeMeo at BernieDeMayo.com, or give Bernie a call at 312-217-5658 and tell him Tony O sent you. It's good company to be with. They do a great job, Bernie does. All right, guys, it has come to the end of the hour. Tomorrow we'll be back with Carol Brandolino and Twisted Tuesday, which will be good here. I'm trying to figure out what's there it is. All right, Twisted Tuesday tomorrow with Carol Brandolino at 12 o'clock. Frankie, thank you as well for coming out, buddy. Thanks, Boyd. You're the best. Jimmy Parker, all the way from Nashville, Tennessee. If you're looking for a new artist, well, he's not new. He's been around for a while, ladies and gentlemen, but he's great, and he does some great music and has some great songs, a great country music. If you're looking for that, go out and get a couple of his CDs. My good friend, Jimmy Parker. Here's one called The Journey, but he's got a new single. It's been out for about a year now. Woulda, shoulda, coulda. One of the best country songs I've ever heard. Jimmy Parker, check him out. We're going to see him in October in Nashville at the Josie Awards, which I'm excited. We're going there to the Grand Ole Opry. So that, I hope you're doing well, Jimmy. All right, guys. So tomorrow's a pool party now. So Wednesday, Rosario's in Roselle. That's Wednesday, 7 o'clock outside with Double T Tony Toto. Thursday, we'll be outside at Pasta Mia in Bartlett. That's a 7 o'clock hit with Jerry Jams. Friday, Taste of Melrose Park, the Peroni stage. It's going to be Ocean's Rat Pack from 7 to 8:15. And then Tony Ocean and the Main Event Band kick it in till 10:30, folks. That's the Taste of Melrose. That's this Friday. Saturday, we're at the beautiful in St. Charles at the Hotel Baker, but that is a private affair. And Sunday, another great fest, the last big fest of the season for us, September Fest in Schaumburg, Sunday, September 1st, 7:30 on the local stage with the Main Event Band. It's a lot of fun, a lot of outdoor stuff. Good thing it's going to be hot the next couple of days, but coming by Friday and Saturday, it's supposed to cool down. Sunday's supposed to be like 87, 88, so it'll be nice and cool Sunday right before Labor Day. Maybe you guys will be swimming on that Monday of warm and have fun there. All right, so let me give you some information, some birthdays for Monday, August 26th. Let's see, Wilt Chamberlain, former NBA champion. Let's see, Doug Frager from The Knack, one of my favorite bands, of course. Paula Abdul turned 66 years old. Kathy Bates, 75 years old. Patrick Swayze. Some of these are like 3 or 4 days old, folks, remember. John Hyatt, great rhythm and blues singer. Let's see, Phil Lillard, of course, from the great Thin Lizzy, who passed away years ago. James Pankow, of course, from the band Chicago, celebrating a birthday. Drew Barrymore, 49 years old. Drew. Boy, oh boy. Candice Bergman, Murphy Brown, 78 years old. Elizabeth Perkins, 63 years old. I think she was All About Last Night, right, with Belushi. Sella Ward, 67 years old. Louis Guzman, 67 years old. Ali Sheedy, part of the Brat Pack, 61 years old. Pete Townsend from The Who, 79. Our good friend Sally D up in Barrington, my brother. I always see Sally once a month. I hope you're doing well. Caleb Winbush, of course, the son of Elliot Winbush. Caleb, happy birthday. Just a couple days old. Al Roker, 69 years old. And the great singer-songwriter Isaac Hayes celebrating a birthday. From the Buckinghams, Carl Giamarisi from the Buckinghams. Carl, of course. Kim Cattrall from Sex and the City turned 67 years old. Kenny Rogers celebrates a birthday. And my friend Janine Tipton, Janine, wherever you are, happy birthday. Guys, it's Ocean's Pit, little show about big things. I hope you had a great day. Again, thank you, everybody that showed up in Mars. The band, of course, Double T, Mikey D, Jerry Jams, Frankie Setta, great seeing you. Of course, Louis Pipes. Even my son Joey came up and sang Leave Me Without a Prayer. We ended the show with our son Joey, who's celebrating his birthday, came up, and that's an occasion thing that he does, tradition thing that he does for the last 7 years. On his birthday, he'll join me for a song, and it's usually Living on a Prayer by Bon Jovi. So Joey did a great job, and it was the last song of the night. So, again, great job, Joey, and happy birthday, Joey. All right, guys, it's time to go. Remember, buy local, shop local, support local establishments, support live entertainment, and the great words of Ringo Starr, peace and love. Remember, folks, life is tough, life is short. We're not all going to agree on certain things. Respect each other. But remember, be yourself. If you believe in something, say it. Spread the word. Don't hold back if you believe in something, what you truly believe in. I know it's going to make some people ruffle some feathers, but you're not trying to do that. You're just trying to hope for the best. Different people are going to see things different ways. It is what it is right now. So let's just be peace and love. That's what we need. Let's bring everybody together and just be nice to everybody as much as you can, because we're all in the same boat here. So the great words of Nick Sahajas is going to take us out, the Piano Man. God bless you, everybody. Have a great day. See you tomorrow with Carol Brandolino and Twisted Tuesday. Bye-bye, everybody.
Oh, it's the end of the show. See you later.